Yes, Dr. Barnes here. No. I gave you my opinion twice. You outvoted me. You did this to the doctors yourself. That is why you can tell them yourself. Who is it?
Can we see you a minute, please?
Come in. Doctors, come in.
It's important. Excuse me. They've got leads up there in our place. He's operating on Mrs. Lewis, the hysterectomy. It's our job. We washed up and prepared. They told us at the last minute. We don't mind being replaced. Doctor, but Leeds is a damn fool. He shouldn't be permitted.
Leeds is the nephew of Senator Leeds.
He's incompetent as hell.
They're doing splendid work in brain surgery these days. This is a very fine specimen.
I'm sorry. I thought you might be interested.
Well, I am, Doctor. I am. Only remember, it's a charity case.
Of course. They wouldn't allow it for a second otherwise.
Is her life in danger?
Of course. You know how serious the case is.
Turn your gimlet eyes elsewhere, Doctor. Jigging around like a cricket on a hot grill won't help. Doctors don't run these hospitals. He's the senator's nephew, and there he stays.
It's too bad.
I'm not calling you down either. God damn it, do you think this is my fault?
I know. I'm sorry.
Just a minute. Sit down.
Sorry, we can't sit.
Stand then.
Understand, Dr. Barnes. We don't mind being replaced at the last minute this way, but, well, this flagrant bit of class distinction because she is poor.
Be careful of words like that. Class distinction. They don't belong here. Lots of energy, you brilliant young doctors, but idiots. Discretion, you ever hear that word?
Too radical?
Precisely. And someday, like in Germany, it might cost you your heads.
Not to mention our jobs.
So they told you.
Told us what?
They're closing Ward C next month. I don't have to tell you, the hospital isn't self-supporting. Until last year, the Board of Trustees met deficits. You can guess the rest. At a board meeting Tuesday, our fine feathered friends discovered they couldn't meet the last quarter's deficit. Neat little sum, well over $100,000. Now, if the university is to continue... Oh. If the hospital is to continue at all, it's damn. It's damn.
Necessary to cancel some close another charity ward?
So they say.
But that's not all.
Have to cut down on staff, too.
That's too bad. Does it touch us?
I'm afraid it does.
But after all, I am top man here. I don't mean I'm better than others, but I work harder.
And shown more promise.
I always supposed they would cut from the bottom first.
Usually.
But in this case?
Complications.
For instance?
I like you, Benjamin. I like you both. It's one ripping shame.
I am no sensitive plant. What's the answer?
An old disease. Malignant, tumescent. We need an antitoxin for it.
I see.
What?
We met that disease before. At Harvard first.
You have seniority here, Benjamin.
But
we're Jews. Pressure from above.
Don't think Kennedy and I didn't fight for you.
Such discrimination with all those wealthy fellow Jews on the board.
I've remarked before, it doesn't seem to be much difference between wealthy Jews and rich Gentiles, cut from the same piece.
For myself, I don't feel sorry. My parents gave up an awful lot to get me this far. They ran a little dry goods shop in the Bronx until their pitiful savings went in the crash last year. Papa's peddling neckties, a man who's read Spinoza all his life.
Doctors don't run medicine in this country. The men who know their jobs don't run anything here except the motormen on trolley cars. I've seen medicine change, plenty. Anesthesia, sterilization, but not because of rich men, in spite of them. In a rich man's country, your true self's buried deep. Microbes, less vermin. You see this ankle, this delicate, sensitive hand, 400 years to breed that. Out of a revolutionary background, spirit of 76, ancestors, froze at Valley Forge. What's it all mean? Slops. The honest workers were sold out then in 76. The constitutions for rich men then and now. Slops. Yes, Dr. Burns here. I see. They lost your patient. That's right. That's right. You're young. You're angry. Get angry. Go do it. I'm ancient, a fossil, but life's ahead of you. And when you fire the first shot, say, this one is for old Doc Barnes. Too much dignity, bullets. Don't shoot vermin. Stomp on them. If I didn't have an invalid daughter. I've said my piece, Benjamin.
Lots of things I wasn't certain of. Many things these radicals say, you don't believe theories until they happen to you.
You lost a lot today, but you won a great point.
Yes, to know we're right, to really begin believing in something, not to say, what a world, but to say, change the world. I want to go to Russia. Last week I was thinking about it, the wonderful opportunity to do good work in their socialized medicine.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
To be able to work.
Why don't you go? I might be able to.
Nothing neither what I like to do.
Do it.
No. Our work's here. America. I'm scared. What future's ahead? I don't know. Get some job to keep alive, maybe drive a cab and study and work and learn my place.
And step down hard.
Fight.
Maybe get killed, but goddamn,
We'll go ahead.